Hello and welcome back to Maff UK. Bit of a surprise this weekend. Didn't actually expect to get an overnight, but the weather being forecast bad, I couldn't really do any building. So if I can't do any building and it's too wet and windy to take my new rifle out, the only thing left to do is to go fishing. So here I am. Where am I? Well, I'm on a new lake this weekend. I'm actually on Kent's Bank, Clearwater. Welcome. I am going to talk about bait shortly. Things have changed, but what I want to show you first is the rig. I'm using a non-lead core leader. I've recently gotten to using leaders after the last weekend. So that's my setup. Again, relatively simple. Carp fishing 101 really. A little bag of goodness. And I've just got a bit of PVA foam just on the end of the hook there, just to stop the hook bedding into the bag when I cast out. I'm fishing to the other side of the bank. I've got a deep pit in front of me. I'll show you all a bit more later, but I got a deep pit. I'm going to go out to the far end of that one. I'm going to go into the margins on my right, and I'm going to go into the deep pit. So that's my 3 rods. But again, I'll explain all that later. I just want to get one out fishing now, just to get me on the starter's orders. So I've clipped up, I've checked it. Let's go. Okay, this is the 3rd rod. This is a Beatanana pop-up 15mm. Simple rig again. I did send my 2nd rod out, but that was on a Ronnie rig with a XO Carp from Hinders Bait, 12mm pop-up. So let's get this last rod out. Oh, and Dave's coming. Cheers. Oh, that is a tremendous brew. Right, so what's happened? Why do I keep talking about bait in a strange way? Well, a lot of you will know that I fish a lot with a guy called Chris, his YouTube channel is called the Carp King 71. Chris is now sponsored by Hinders Bait, and last week Hinders contacted me and asked if I would like to help them promote some of their products, and would I be interested in a 3-month trial. So I've said yes, and they sent me out a little bait pack to get me started. So here I am, and I'm quite happy about that. I don't feel like I've sold out. I'm not under any obligation to use Hinders only. I can use any bait that I want to. I'm not tied to a specific brand of bait. I'm not sponsored in any shape, form or fashion. I just get a little bit of discount if I use their baits and promote their baits whilst I'm fishing. So I've said yes to that, and who would blame me? Hinders Bait has proven itself over the last 2 years, from what I can see from Chris Fennell's catch reports. He's caught one of his PBs, and so I've seen him use it. I've seen it works. So yeah, I agreed to have a little test with it. So I'm on a 3-month trial with Hinders. So Steve, thank you very much for that. Wouldn't it be amazing if I caught on this 24-hour session at Clearwater? Now I've changed over to Hinders Baits. Wouldn't that be fantastic? But it's not actually that cold. I'm on Kent's Bank. There is a 14-foot deep pit right in front of me. There's 2 swims on the end here. Of my positions, I have one in the margins over by a tree, little bush over there. I have one just out of swan depth, should we say. I have one 3/4 the lake over, heading towards the other way. I was supposed to have it up tighter to the bank, but unfortunately the gust of wind fell short, and because it was all PVA'd up and everything, I just left it where it was. I pulled out to the clip and then unclipped it and then reeled back in again. So yeah, I'm not as far over that way as I wanted to, but next time I cast out, then I'll make sure I put a bit more oomph behind it. and my left hand rod is right in close, literally just a flick out. It's 14 foot deep, straight out in front of me. I'm using Hinder's XO pop-ups 15mm, which are pink and white. I'm using Hinder's Beach and Anna boilies 15mm. I've got a pop-up, Beach and Anna pop-up, surrounded by a few boilies. That's my close-in rod. So 2 pop-ups, 1 bottom bait, and let's see how we go. The ironic thing is, the only reason I'm fishing is because it was going to rain. I was expecting rain, but it hasn't rained yet. I should be at home laying bricks. One other thing that I need to talk about, and that is my new bed. Well, it's new to me, let's put it that way. It is second hand, it's Dave's old bed, but he never used it. And it's the Nash Indulgence SS4, but it's the 5-season version. It's yeah, there's the lads coming by. I've had a good look at it. It's really nice, really comfortable. That bloody thing that I had before was awful, so let's hope I have a few comfortable nights in that. If I can't have a decent night's sleep in that bed, which just 2 years ago was the top of the range, then I'm screwed. You can get the new versions of them if you want. I think they've changed something really minor on it, but you have to pay another 400 quid if you want it. No thanks. I'm going to give Paul a shout out. Reason being, Paul has done exactly the same as me. Paul's got exactly the same bed, and on Facebook last night he was mentioned, sent a couple of pictures saying, hey, look at my new bed. I went, yeah, I just got one. But they are going cheap at the moment. They are going cheap at the moment because of this new one system that's come out. They're trying to get people to get this new bed when there's absolutely nothing wrong with the other one. I think Dave slept in it twice, and it's a 5-season, and he's got this other bed and he'd rather have that one. Now then, a few weeks ago I bought a brand new rifle, and it's a bucket list rifle, and it looks like this. Yes, so this is my Tikka T3 TAC A1. It's brand new, it's never had a round put through it. It's 308 caliber and it's on a 24-inch barrel. The attachments, I've got a Victor Stallon L moderator, or silencer to some of you, and the sight itself is a Meopta ZD 624-56. This rifle is a bolt action rifle, and it is a magazine fed weapon with 10 round magazine. So that's my new rifle. I've got to get out and actually put a couple of rounds down this yet. I've got to fire the barrel in, as they call it, but I haven't had the opportunity. The weather's not been ideal. I don't want to take this out on a stormy, windy day. What I need is a nice, calm, dry day. It can be frosty, but it just needs to be nice and calm, so as I can guarantee that get my bore sighting done and get the sight set up and zeroed in at 100 meters. What sort of ranges we're looking at with this? Well, the sight will go anywhere down from 30 meters all the way up to infinity. So basically, this weapon is capable of dealing with targets the size of an A3 piece of paper at 1 mile. So this is a long-range specialist weapon. This is a tactical sight, and obviously we've got our Harris bipod on, and I've also got a Harris bipod lock on there as well. One of the tricks with this, or one of the fancy things with this weapon, is that the stock actually folds in like that, so it makes it easier to carry. It's not so long. It is actually quite a long barrel with this particular moderator on it, but what that means is that the velocity will remain much higher as opposed to a shorter barrel, so it gives it a bit more kick to get out those longer ranges. If I can't find a range in the UK that will let me shoot a mile, I will find someone on the road that will. and that's my plan. So there you go. The only thing I really want to put on the end of it, one more attachment, so I'm going to put what they call a small monopod here at the back. That's why I'm keen to get out and use this weapon. It is a beautiful piece of equipment. I absolutely love it. I think it's totally wonderful. It's a left hooker, so that means it's designed and built specially for me. When it's time to go and play, I'll bring you along too, and you can watch. But this is an awesome machine, and I'm really looking forward to getting out there. Bear in mind, I've also got some tents to review. I've got this one, the Top Gear 4-season tent. So when the snow comes, I'm going to be out with this one as well. So when the snow, definitely taking this one out with me, giving it a blast, giving it a try, see what I think of it. Maybe take my tent, my rifle, and go up in the snow and enjoy myself that way. So let's look forward to some snowy weather in this coming winter. Looks forward to getting this thing zeroed. In the meantime, if I'm going to be doing anything, I'll probably be on the bank until most of the extension's complete. Bear with me, stick with me. We've got some good times coming, and I hope you stay with me and join me on those. In the meantime, if you want to like and subscribe to this video, please do so. And the channel is growing slowly, so if you want to subscribe, please do. Pass it on to your friends, let them know what I'm up to, and they can come along for the ride too. Thank you very much. See you soon. Now let's get back to fishing. Well, the good news is it is starting to rain. Even though it is very light, it is starting to rain. So it means that I'm not going to get in trouble for coming fishing when I should have been working. I don't mind the rain. Don't mind that at all. I can deal with that. You get used to it. Oh, little top tip. Aldi are selling these gloves, I think about £2.99. They're just like me, you know, like winter gloves. They're ideal for in your bivvy when you're just sat in your bivvy chilling out. They're not big, thick and chunky, they're nice and woolly. They're like a fleecy type material. Very good. Nice little gloves for the money. I don't think they're fireproof, so if you put anywhere near a flame they are going to melt, but they are. Have you got anything to do with this, Fennel? Pussycat? Puss, puss. Pretty cat. Poor little cats. What are you doing? What have you found, you? Eh? What have you found, you little pretty cat? Oddball. You found your brother yet, or your sister? Eh? One of you's missing, isn't it? Or was? You know when you get that feeling that it's going to rip off? You're getting that right now. The wind's completely stopped. The drizzle's stopped. The lake is as calm as it can be. There was a fish show just over mid-water over there, or just beyond mid-water, which is where one of my baits are. I guess that's what makes us fishermen forever the optimist, because you just feel like it's going to rip off all the time anyhow. But yeah, I feel like we're going to get a fish. I don't know why. I feel positive, put it that way. That's Dave, by the way, setting up, not me. He's got enough light left to get sorted. I actually thought that was me then. Yeah, later on this evening, confession time. There is fish showing. There's one just showing out right in the middle of the lake. They seem to be in the mid-water, but they are definitely showing, they're moving around. And the last time I had that feeling, I got a fish. So they are definitely moving around. They're on the move. They've moved into this bowl anyhow. That's for sure. Must admit, Dave, that's a tidy box.
It's literally M5,
M6.
M6 all the way.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't.
It's a boring long
takes
drive,
me
isn't
half
it?
hour to get to the M5. Takes me half hour to get to the M5 from my house, and then it's M5, M6 all the way.
Nice.
It's not too bad, then, is it?
It's what we have to do when we go down south.
When we go down south, innit? Go bless you, Mary Poppins, we love you and all that.
Things are different up north. It'll be 10 degrees colder. Right. Confessions of a carp angler. What
Yes.
is your confession?
Well, I must confess that on the last weekend we did at
Sandhurst. That wasn't last weekend.
Yeah.
It was about 4 weekends
Well,
ago.
the last weekend we fished.
Well, you should be more specific to the listeners, shouldn't you?
Right.
Another confession. I'm an idiot.
Well, I caught the fish, but Dave knows that when the alarm went off, I didn't react at all because
You just stared at it, didn't you? In disbelief.
I just went, "What's that noise?" And you went, "That's your alarm." So I went, "Oh my God, so it is." I could just hear this one toner. So I had this one toner going on my own rods, and I just staring at it because from the angle I couldn't see the light. I couldn't see it had gone off.
Nudging me in the ribs saying someone's got one.
Someone's got one.
No, Maff, it's you.
So there's my confession. That fish I caught at Sandhurst, I didn't know I had it on. I didn't know it was my alarms that were going off.
You're so much better when you're not catching and drinking.
So much happier. Such a happy chap. Yeah, we do our winter social, and we had a bit of a chat earlier, and looks like we could well be doing this year's winter social on Kellett Lake. So we got the Carp King coming up all the way from Swindon. And we got Mark. Hopefully Mark will come from more near London way.
That's a big effort for him to
It's a hell of a drive for Mark, but I really hope he makes the effort because we know it's a long drive. We do it every year, don't we?
Yeah.
So, but it might be a bit of an adventure for Mark, who knows. So, yeah, we'll get him up here. And we're going to do a social up here. And, yeah.
We need six people, don't we, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Paul might be interested. He might want to come with us. You know, the local lad, he might be able to do one night. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. We've got people asking, haven't we? That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got a shout out to do as well. Kevin Booth, how you doing, mate? Here's your shout out.
Out.
There's a shout out.
I didn't want to shout out any louder.
Yeah, because other fishermen. Yeah. So I hope you're all right, mate. Thanks for the comments. Keep them coming. Always good to hear from you, mate. Thank you. Dave, that looks like a very interesting brew you've got there. Yeah. What milk are you using there, mate?
Well, special milk. I got it in the shop and I asked for low-fat milk, and they've given me that.
Oh, Southern Comfort.
Yeah, you've heard of that one, yeah?
Yeah. That's a very good milk, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't seem to get that milk in Aldi, right? So the milk I use is the Clark's bourbon milk.
Ah, I've heard of that milk. Yeah.
It's all right. That from Aldi, it's okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's fat free, but it's a bit too late for that anyhow.
So I've got a standard coffee mug, which is a large one.
Yeah.
And you've got your very small frame.
I've got my 900 milliliter cup.
Did you take the frying basket out of it?
The only reason I'm using this is because
You forgot your cup.
I forgot my cup. Yeah.
Anyway, what's yours like? That is good. I know yours is horrific because I don't like Aldi milk. Mine wins hands down. It's not bad actually, but that's got the sweeter edge.
That's definitely sweeter.
And nicer.
Sweeter.
And nicer. You call your wife sweetheart, you don't go sour heart, do you?
Plenty more brews for the rest of the evening.
How deep is the shallow end of your cup?
Well, it starts off at 19 feet here, and it rises up to about 4 foot.
I can't believe you got rid of the springboard. Get going up your nose when you're having a drink. Yeah, that's it. Cool.
He's a wind-up merchant, that lad.
Oh, this guy actually. Good.
Oh, look at the fire over there now. Proper fire. Oh yeah, that's how to do it. Right.
He's doing it right.
Right, listen. It doesn't matter what you think, whether you think it's right or whether you think it's wrong. The lads over there are having a great time. They're enjoying themselves. They're not causing anybody any hassle. Right, guys, here we are. You've seen them from across the lake. I couldn't help myself. I had to go over and have a chat with these chaps because, as you can see, just over my shoulder here, the flames are burning. The rods are here, just poised, ready to go. And these lads are actually piking. And I'm gonna get themselves to introduce themselves because I really want to come over and a chat because this is how we love to do it. You know, Dave and I and Andy and all those guys, we have a fire going. It's all about social. It's all about being here, enjoying ourselves. So please introduce yourself.
I'm Malk, I'm from Wigan and I'm here pike fishing.
I'm Carl, I'm from Wigan and I'm here pike fishing as well.
There you go. So lads, just enjoying themselves, just really having the moment. I must admit though, I've got to say I've never seen that setup before.
What is it?
That is awesome.
What is it, man?
You have to explain to me what that is because
Right.
I've never seen anything like that before.
We're in a pub in Longwich and me and my wife last year we went out into the beer garden, and when I was in the beer garden they was doing a bit of a refurb on this pub, and I looked at these things and my mind started thinking I can do this, I can do that with it. And that is actually, if you imagine that up, it's a lamp from out the kitchen.
Right? Oh yeah, of
And I
course.
thought if I bent that over, that's the lid, that's another one underneath, so if anybody comes and moans we can put it out. 4 pegs on that, a little piece what I found, put your grill on it, happy days.
That's absolutely awesome. I
Now
really
a lot
do
of
like
places when you go fishing they won't let you have fires.
that. No, they don't. No,
So what you do with this,
that's a barbecue.
that's a barbecue. And you're constantly lighting your barbecue. So anybody comes around and says, well, I'm just getting my barbecue lit.
Yeah,
But it keeps going on now.
that is a barbecue. I have the same rules. It's a barbecue,
It's a
not a
barbecue.
fire. It's a barbecue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it keeps yourself nice and warm as something to look
Yeah.
at when you're not catching fish.
Yeah, and you are piking.
We're piking.
Is that your predominant species that you're after?
No.
You pikers or
No, we fish for anything
right? Okay.
throughout the season just because
Right.
it's coming to piking season now. I think it's a little bit mild at the moment and I think that's why they're not
It is quite warm tonight, isn't it? Yeah.
as thing as there was, but we live on a marina. Well, we used to live on a marina in Wigan, and the fish, the pike in the marina, are unbelievable.
Right.
Big fish, 20s in the marina, and it's only 2-3 foot deep. Now we get used to catching them, and then you come to a place like this, and you pay 50 quid for 2 of you, and you're struggling catching fish. But you get sick of looking at the same place. It's
Yeah,
a
you do.
different
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Meeting different people like yourself.
Yeah. This is a hard venue. I've fished there quite a lot myself, and I've not yet had to score. I've still yet to get a fish out, and I must be on 7 sessions now. So it's a difficult place. It's not a runs water by any means whatsoever, but it's what makes us fishermen, is it?
A lot's in the name as well, in it, clear water.
Yeah, and it is.
The
though,
water's
isn't it?
crystal
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah, it is
And
absolutely. Yeah.
of course that makes it's going to make it hard, isn't it?
Well, listen, I really appreciate you giving me a couple of minutes of your time. Thank you very much. You will end up on YouTube. It will be Maff UK. So thank you very much.
No worries,
I do
Matt.
appreciate it.
Cheers.
Thank you. And I must admit, this is the way that you know that Dave and I do it. This is the way these guys do it, and I just had to come over and say hi because that's what we do, and it's the best way to fish, isn't it?
That's what it's all about, fella. Just relaxing. A
Yeah.
fish is a bonus
Yeah. The rest of it is just us being what we are, isn't it?
and saves you building extensions.
It certainly does indeed. Thanks again, fellas. Thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate it.
No worries, fella.
Tight lines.
All the best to you.
Hey, I like your lighting.
Yes,
Is it mood lighting?
it's mood lighting. Yeah.
I look like a ghost and you look like Shrek.
So despite all those rules, despite everything they're doing, they're gonna cull and get rid of so much material on YouTube. But do you have any idea how much is uploaded in a single day in YouTube?
I haven't got a clue. I mean, it's masses, isn't it?
Yeah, if you was to try and watch every single thing that was uploaded in one single day on YouTube, it would take you 80 years.
A day.
One day. If you wanted
So
to
there's
watch
80 years of content.
and
Gets
80 years
uploaded
every single day, it's just gone mad. YouTube cannot cope. So YouTube has to find ways to control itself. Can you imagine the size of the server and everything that's on it? Every single channel on every single part of the world and everywhere there is.
God, that's it. You don't realise how big it
No,
is.
80
Because your video isn't streamed off your. It's actually uploaded to a server,
It's
isn't
up
it? So
to-
it's stored somewhere in the cloud, say.
That's right, yeah.
And then it's there for a long time.
It's there for indefinitely.
Well, that might be another rule that has to change.
That's what's happening. If it's not commercially viable, they remove it.
Once, right? I had a Maff UK cup, yeah, and I took it to work, and I went on a site in a brew cabin, and I was making myself a brew. There's an urn, and someone said, "Maff UK." I watched that too. Again, publicity. I do all this behind the scenes. Here we go, Maff's in. Don't know what time it is, but it must be nearly 11 o'clock. Look at the fish in the clear water there.
Can you see it?
Only just, yeah,
Focus on. Oh! She's in. I know this is a tiny little fish. I mean, we're talking what, maximum £8. I'm not going to weigh this little baby. It's caught on Hinders XO. So about a 15 beating Anna all around it, and the next. In fact, here we go. Here we are. There she is. There is the.
That's what came off,
the
yeah.
pop up that caught it. It's not about the size of the fish, it's about catching fish, and that is what we've done.
That's
There
it.
she goes. There. Wow. Tony Hind, how you doing, buddy? You okay? Anyway, mate,
You told me that joke.
here's your shout out. Hope you're doing
Cheers,
well, mate.
Tony.
Yeah. Right, well, it is actually quite a nice morning. There's plenty of fish moving around, isn't there? We've seen quite a lot on the surface.
Seen a few show, yeah, which is good. Did you have a good night's sleep?
I did, yeah. But I did have a bit of a drama last night, though.
Yeah, I thought, did you have a fish in the night? Or something?
No, I didn't. I did have a fish last night, as you know, but I did sort of have a bit of a trip over.
Yeah, you've not injured yourself.
No, but I've broke my bivvy.
No. How have you managed that?
I tripped over going for a pee last night.
What-
I don't know what
I don't think you tripped over that.
No, not a pee. Looking
I
for.
don't think it's long enough to trip over, is it?
Yeah, I broke my bivvy. I've snapped my pole on the bivvy. I just fell and I just tripped over one of these timber things I don't know and
There it is.
yeah, have a look. Have a look at what I've done.
Looks like you put your hand out to stop yourself falling and...
Yeah, look.
It's like a clean cut, isn't it?
Yeah, wah wah. Oops. Yeah. So I fell against my bivvy. Just pushed it over in it, and that was that. Dave has got a fish on, and it caught it on a zig.
This morning I saw a fish roll. So it rolled over in about 16 foot of water, so I've just put a 10-foot zig out. Probably been out a couple of hours now.
Yeah.
And it's just gone.
Nice one, well done, mate.
I think it's coming with. Did yours fight as hard last night?
Not really. I just sort of brought it in. She's yours. Yeah, this is mine. That's a good fish. Yeah.
Look at that. The pop-ups come off.
So what pop-up was it? Was it
It was one of those ones that you gave us.
Hinder's XO? Hinder's XO, right?
Yeah, little 12mm pop-up. Little gnarly little mirror in it.
Yeah.
What's my first little Hinder's fish? On the, what was it called? An XO.
It's an XO
So
pop-up.
Yeah, but I fished it at 10 foot like a zig because it's such a small pop-up.
Yeah. What would you say, guessing at a weight of that? 12?
Yeah, I'm not going to weigh it.
Yeah, it's still a nice fish.
Well, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It was a good fight, that. Good fight.
I'll take that in November.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. That's a nice little fish, that. It's just a shame that the camera's slightly
Fogged up.
fogged up, yeah. And let me go get my other camera. I'll take a picture of it.
Quick. That's the one. We got one of that.
Yeah, that'll do.
It's nice to catch up when you like, innit? That's the main thing. There's a pussycat.
And there she goes, into the depths. Oh, it's the other one, he's back. Oh, he's returned, the cat has returned. Because we had the other one here yesterday. Whiskers, what's happened to your whiskers, Whiskers? Eh? What's happened to your whiskers? Well, the camera's actually steamed up. I can't actually film anything at the moment. So it looks like it's really foggy out here, and it's not, it's perfectly clear. So as we head into the pack up for this little tiny session, 24-hour session, so far 2 fish, both caught on that little devil there, and that is the Hinder's XO. Although I have now caught on clear water, it still isn't Kellet Lake, which is my nemesis. So Kent's Bank, yeah, not conquered but caught on, so it's not a blanking lake for me. I've still got to get over to Kellet and get one out of that water. But yep, that did the damage on this session, both for me and Dave. Dave actually put his on a zig and it did the trick, and I did mine on a small Ronnie rig style pop-up, and that's what did it. So there we are. So good, really pleased about that, to be honest with you. Really disappointed that I broke my bivvy. I personally think it's beyond repair. Dave seems to think there's a life in it, but the other bar is bent, so as soon as I try and straighten it, that's going to snap too. So I think I'm on the hunt now for a new bivvy, something I didn't really need to want right now, but that's expense I didn't really want, but there you go, that's the way it is. So I'm going to continue my pack up. I've probably got another half an hour left in the water. Should anything happen between then and now, I'll let you know, but probably the next time you see this camera go on will be the close to the weekend. But yeah, I'm quite pleased it's been a successful one. At last, at Clearwater. It's really good. That's it, I'm packed up, I'm good to go now. Dave, what, you going to have another hour?
Another half hour, just because I can.
Just, yeah, no dramas, yeah, because you was late getting on yesterday anyway, weren't you?
Yeah, really, I could have till 3, but once you've gone, the fun's gone.
The fun's gone, yes. So, well, thank you very much for joining us. It was a successful trip, 24 hours, 2 fish in autumn, early winter. So I'm quite pleased with that. I know Dave's pleased with his fish. I'm pleased with the one I caught yesterday. So there we are. Thank you very much again for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Meow.